Hey guys, today we're taking apart an HP Envy 4520 printer. And the first thing to do is just when the printer is on, you can open it and let the cartridge carriage move to the center. I haven't done so because I want to show you something. If you don't have power on the printer and you're trying to move it, move that carriage unit so it can unlock it, this is how you do it. And then we'll just proceed with taking apart this printer, either for repair or other reasons. What you need is a T10 star-shaped screwdriver tip for this job. So first what I'm going to do, I have cartridges in here, and that's also another thing. This is how you can trick the system if you do not have power to your printer and you want to take apart or take parts off of it. So what you're going to do is gently lift this color cartridge cover so you can release the cartridge. It's going to be a little bit tough, but it's doable without breaking anything. Do not recommend this way because it's best to just turn the printer on. But like I said, if you have the situation like we have here where there's no power, and then we're going to slide this mechanism over here. We can use any screwdriver for that. Be careful not to break it. And we're just going to push this. Just push it towards the back. There we go. So that moved over. We're going to close this piece, and the carriage unit is now free. This is most printers of the similar, most HP Envy printers. So we moved this piece. When you move it away, it unlocks the mechanism. It has the brushes on it for maintaining the cartridges. Okay, let's get right to the disassembly of the printer. Okay, so this is the T10 screwdriver tip that I have. It's most HP inkjets and laser jet covers should have the same screwdriver tip. We're going to remove this other ink cartridges in here. So first we're going to just remove trays, pull them out, put the printer on its side. As to replace the front tray, what you're going to need to do is just remove the screw and just lift this, and you have the paper input tray just in case it's broken or whatever you want to replace it. This is how you do it. To clean the cartridges also, you don't have to remove the tray. What you do is just you open it, and here's the pickup roller if your paper is not fed through here. Also, you have access to these rollers here that you can always clean with some paper towel and either warm water or alcohol. Some people don't like it, but I've used alcohol and it works just fine. Clean these two rubber rollers here. These are plastic, so you don't have to worry about these. And also for any feeding issues, you would need to look in here. Just lift that by clamping it together. And this unit is where paper could get jammed. They built this printer very well for you to troubleshoot it if you need to. So this back panel removes pretty easily if you need to replace that. Just at about an angle like this here. You just push it over here, push it up. Here, I'll show you. Just push it here. There we go. To remove the screen or the control panel on this model is very simple. You just have one screw over here. It's this one. Oops. You're going to remove the screw and slide this control panel to the right. You can see it slides back. and then it just lifts up like this here. Disconnect it, and then make sure you connect properly when you put the control panel together. Then we're gonna release this piece here. We're just gonna use flathead screwdriver, or you can pull on it, pull it towards you, and it just pops out. That gives us the option to unscrew all these screws that we see in here, and that opens up the inside of the printer. We have one screw, two, and one more thing, not all printers will have this, but on this one it is here. Over here you will see a latch. You just need to move it to the right, and that lets the scanner unit, the unit that holds the scanner, lets it go up even further, so we can get access to these screws over here. I think we got all the screws here. Just need to detach it from go. Okay. Just be careful with all the wires when you assemble a printer. So this is what it looks like on the inside. We have the control, the formatter board or the printer board over here. This is the cord that connects the scanner unit. You can just disconnect it. This is where the power supply is. Also, you can first disconnect it right there to avoid breaking anything, and it just goes up. Well, actually, goes up, and just unplug it from the control panel. I'm sorry, from the logic board. Okay, we have this the timing strip right here. If you're having a problem with your carriage unit going back and forth, hitting the sides, check the timing strip first. It could be either out of alignment, like if it's out of the line where it's supposed to be, or if it's dirty, it's going to give you that problem. It's going to give you a paper jam or a carriage jam, any type of jam to just stop printing. And basically without this strip being in place, it will not be able to print. It's any inkjet printer needs this to be clean. So whenever you're doing maintenance, take a look at the strip and make sure it's in good condition. So it just removes by unclamping on the right side, and there's a spring on this side here. So this is the strip that we're talking about. To find yours that you need for your printer model, some are going to have a model number on it. For example, this one is CH398. Here we go. CH398-80007. And this is going to be for a lot of similar printers of HP. So to remove the formatter board, first we need to disconnect everything. We can use our hands. It should be easy to get in, but what I actually like to do is just remove the formatter board as much as I can, and then remove the wiring, but it's not always possible to do that. There's another screw in here that holds this plastic, and another screw there, and this plastic just comes out. Now we can see if anything else is in the way. Looks like it's all ready to go. There are some connections over here that need to be disconnected. These here, over here, and we're going to do that right away. Be careful when you pull them up. Sometimes they're not attached to the board very good, so when you pull away the connection, make sure the plastic that it's housed into stays on the board. And if it comes out, it's usually easy to put it back in. There's some right here. And I recommend that you take pictures as you go if you're replacing a part, so you can put it back together. So you can remove this. And this is the formatter board for this printer. This is where the USB connects in the back. This is the wireless card, and this is the indicator of the this for the sensor, if the printer is open or not. What else do we have here? We can remove the carriage unit, which we already disconnected. You can see all the cords here. We can just remove them from here. Be very careful with this one, not to damage it. Okay, and then what we need to do, there's springs on both sides. There's a spring right here and on this side, and it also has these things. I am not sure what they're called. I'm sure there's a very popular name for it, but it's something I don't remember what it's called. But it's these tabs that are holding this rod in place. And you can use a flathead screwdriver. I have this kind of a hook tool that I can just hopefully you can see it. Another thing, your scanner unit is already out, so to replace the scanner, you can just unscrew all these screws over here. Here, I can show you better. And that's something we'll work on in a little bit. But at this point, this cover that we removed over here, it's is the one that was holding it down. So we can just put it aside for now and work on these on the rod here. So I'm just going to remove the side so you can see better. Okay, so this is the unit that I'm talking about. Just lifts up like this, and try to be careful as it can spring. Okay, Okay, this is the spring, don't lose it. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. There's also a rubber seal right here, or some, maybe it's just for the rod not to bounce much. So we're going to remove the spring first, and then pull this also. And now the rod just comes out. I'm going to pull the carriage unit. Remove the belt off the wheels here. Okay, we got the belt out. And this is the carriage unit for this printer. So just want to be careful not to lose any of the parts if you're replacing these. You have the motor over here. This is the output tray that we have here. Never actually replaced it, but let's just go ahead and do that. So there's a couple screws here on the bottom. So this is the piece that comes out. So if we put it back together, it goes like this here. And it's supposed to be on the spring. So this here, I believe it goes like this here, since it pops out here, and then you just attach the spring correctly to these pins. So that's the output tray. Okay, so that's pretty much as far as we'll go. This is the inside of the printer. Let me just remove this so you can see. It's kind of the output tray. Remove those two screws, and that's how it goes. And then the one that pops out is right here. Pretty simple printer to work on. And then one last thing is I have to just show you how to remove this scanner. If you're replacing the lamp in here, what you do, you want to make sure you have gloves or your hands very clean, and to avoid any dust getting inside of the unit, because if we get any dust inside of here, it'll be a problem for all your copies and faxes later. So there's quite a few screws, and then a couple clamps, a couple clips on the sides. So I have 4 screws in the back and 4 in the front, 1 on this side. So hold it together, let the screws come out, and there's a clip right here. and one here. Okay, so I've unclamped it. I'm gonna flip it over. Oops. Go. So this glass comes off, and you want to make sure no dust goes in here, and do not touch the glass at all, especially on the inside. So we already disconnected everything as far as the scanner goes, and you can either replace it, some sell it with the wire, some are sold without the wire. So if you're replacing just the scanner lamp, you just disconnect it here, and then it'll, when you put a new one in, just connect it back, and go. And this is how the cord goes if you're replacing the whole unit. And you just pull it through. And that's pretty much it. So I'm filming this when there's a pandemic in the world with the coronavirus, and I want to wish all of you to be safe, to stay healthy, and just take care of yourself. Taking the opportunity right now, hopefully it all gets better very soon and we could all get to normal lives, as I know most of the world is affected by this. And today is the 7th of April 2020. Hopefully we're in a improvement for the coronavirus to go away soon. The weather is getting warmer, there's more sun out there, and if you're in the house, this is a good opportunity for you to fix your printers. Watch my other videos of the other printer models that you may have, and share this video with other people. If you have similar items or similar videos that you do, also please share it with our channel. We'd be happy to check them out. You have a wonderful day, stay safe, and be well. Thank you.